So in last class, we completed up to question number 154. Today we will be solving this 6 mark question. So first one, so far what we discussed in this topic, one quick summary. So we are discussing issue of debentures. What is debenture? Debenture is a debt instrument issued by the company. It carries fixed rate of interest. Debenture holders are called as creditors of the company. In this topic, predominantly questions are asked from accounting treatment for issue of debenture. Okay, so relating to this, we learned some journal entry. Issue of debentures. Debentures can be issued at three scenario. One, it can be issued at par, or it can be issued at discount, or it can be issued at premium. Okay, if debentures are issued at par, what is the journal entry? First entry, bank account debit to debenture application and allotment. Bank account debit to debenture application and allotment. Second entry, debenture application account debit, debenture application and allotment account debit, debenture application and allotment account debit to percentage debenture. If debentures are issued at a discount, if debentures are issued at a discount, first entry, bank account debit to debenture application and allotment. Bank account debit to debenture application and allotment. Second entry, debenture application and allotment account debit, debenture application and allotment account debit, discount account debit, discount on issue of debentures account debit, or loss on issue of debentures account debit to percentage debenture. When debentures are issued at a premium, what is the entry? Bank account debit to debenture application and allotment account. Second entry, debenture application and allotment account debit to percentage debenture and also to securities premium. Like this, totally we have three scenario for issue of debenture. This is at the time of issue of debenture. This is at the time of what? Issue of debenture. Similarly, debentures can be redeemed. The term redeemed meaning repaid. When you repay for this debentures can be repaid in two scenario. Either it can be repaid at par or it can be repaid at premium. Debenture. The term redeemed meaning repayment. Repayment can happen on two scenario. It can be repaid at par or it can be repaid at what na premium. When repayment happen at par, there is no loss. But when repayment happened at premium, there is a loss. In addition to this previous entry, one more entry will come. What is the entry? Loss on issue of debentures account debit. Loss on issue of debentures account debit to premium on redemption of debenture. Loss on issue of debentures account debit to premium on redemption of debenture. Like this, we will be passing one entry. So whenever we issue debenture, we have two laws. What are the two laws we have? At the time of issue of debenture, if debentures are issued at a discount, there is a loss. Similarly, at the time of repayment also, when repayment take place at premium, there is a loss. Both these losses should be adjusted against securities premium. If you have securities premium can be adjusted against these loss. Balance amount should be transferred to P&L account. So this is what we discussed in last class. Now we will proceed further relating to debenture. We will take up the next set of questions. We completed up to question number 154. Now we will proceed further with question number 155. Read this question number 155. Past journal entries relating to issue of debentures and write off of discount or loss on issue of debenture in the books of S Limited. This type of question only frequently they are asking for 6 mark. Very important. Read this question carefully. Past necessary journal entries relating to issue of debenture. 1. Also, they are asking us to pass journal entry relating to write off of discount on issue of debenture. Two things they are asking. Loss on issue of debentures oda write off entry also they are asking. First one, 9% debentures, 900, 6% debentures of rupees 1000 each are issued at a 5% discount. 900 number of debentures, 6% is the rate of interest. Debentures of face value it is 1000 and it is issued at a discount of 5% and it is redeemable at par. These debentures are redeemable at par. What is the balance in securities premium? It is 50,000. So for this you need to pass journal entry. What is the journal entry? Very very simple. First, this is issue take place at dash. Debentures are issued at a dash na discount. Just now I told you three scenario for journal and for issuing debenture. Debentures can be issued at par, debentures can be issued at premium, or debentures can be issued at discount. Here, debentures are issued at discount. First entry, what is the entry? Bank account debit. Bank account debit. Bank account debit. Bank account debit to debenture. Bank account debit to debenture application and bank account debit to debenture application and allotment. Bank account debit to debenture application and allotment. What is the number of debenture? 900 debenture into face value it is 1000. It is issued at a 5% discount. So 1000 la it is 5%. 1000 la 5% it is 50. Appa 1000 minus 50 950. 1000 minus 50 it is 950. 900 into 950, this is the amount of debenture. 900 into 950, this is the amount of debenture. 900 into 950, it is 8 lakh 55,000. Bank account should be debited with 8 lakh 55,000. To debenture application and allotment, 8 lakh 55,000. Second entry, debenture application and allotment account debit. Debenture application and allotment account debit. Debenture application and allotment. It is issued at discount. It means that at the time of issue of debenture, we have some loss. How much is the debenture discount? It is 50 rupees. So that amount should be debited. Discount on discount on discount on issue of debenture. Discount on issue of debenture. 2. Discount on issue of debenture. 2. 2. How much percentage debenture? 6 percentage debentures. To 6 percentage debenture. Debenture application and allotment account should be debited with 8 lakh and 55,000. Discount it is 900 debentures into 50. 900 into 50 will give you 900 into 50 will give you 45,000. And debenture should be credited with 9 lakh. Debenture should be credited with 9 lakh. 900 debenture into face value it is 100. Upon 900 into 100 will give you 9 lakhs. So that's all. So discount account is debited. So in this question, if you see, we don't have loss at the time of repayment, but we have a loss at the time of issue of debenture. When we issue the debenture, we have a loss. For that, we need to pass one more entry. So what is the journal entry we need to pass? Discount we have no. The discount is 45,000. This discount we can adjust with securities premium. What is the entry for adjusting this discount with securities premium? This discount is originally debited. Discount will have debit balance. Securities premium will have credit balance. This two we are going to set off. So what is the journal entry? It is securities premium account debit. It is securities premium account debit. Securities premium account debit to discount on securities premium account debit to discount on issue of debenture. We have securities premium of 50,000. Another loss is only 45,000. So whichever amount is less, that amount can be, we can adjust. So 45,000 we can adjust with 50,000. So for this we need to pass one entry. What is the entry we should pass? Securities premium account debit. Discount on issue of debentures account should be credited. Securities premium account debit to discount on issue of debentures account should be credited. This discount on issue should be credited, or sometimes we can also call it as loss on issue of debenture. Debenture issue பண்ணனால loss. That account also we can alternatively credit it. So for this one transaction, totally we have three journal entry. So what are the three journal entry we have in this question? It is first one, bank account debit to debenture application and allotment. Second one, debenture application and allotment account debit. Discount we have, discount account should be debited to 6% debenture. Also we have securities premium. What is the entry? Securities premium account should be debited, and this discount on issue of debentures account should be credited. So that's all. Next, one more question. One more question. 7 percentage debentures, sorry, 7,000, 8 percentage debentures of rupees 1,000 each. Debenture order face value it is 1,000. How many number of debenture issued? 700 number of debentures issued. What is the rate of interest for this debenture? It is 8 percentage. Now, it is issued at a discount, meaning at the time of issue, we have a loss also. And redeemable at premium, the term redeemed meaning repayment. When we repay, that time also we have a loss. At the time of issue also we have a loss. At the time of repayment also we have a loss. So both should be accounted. Also there is a balance in securities premium to the extent of 1 lakh. In securities premium we have a balance of 1 lakh. Same like previous question, one small difference. What is the difference we have? That here the redemption is take place at what now? Premium. Redeemed at a premium of 10%. Go through this question. Can we start discussing the answer? So first one, it is bank account debit. It is bank account debit to debenture application and allotment. Bank account debit to debenture application and allotment. How many debenture? 700 debenture into what is the price? Face value it is 1000, and also we have a discount of 10%. 1000 la 10% it is 100. The 1000 minus 100 will give you 900. So this debentures are issued at a discount of 900. So tell me what is the amount? 700 debenture into 900. 700 debenture into 900 will give you 6,30,000. So bank account debit to debenture application and allotment it is 6,30,000. So proceeding to the next entry, debenture application and allotment account debit. Debenture application and allotment account debit. We have issued at discount. So discount, that is loss on issue of debentures account should be debited. Loss on issue of debentures account should be debited. Loss on issue of debentures account should be debited. Also, credit should be given to what is the percentage debenture? Debenture or rate of interest? 8% debenture. 8% debenture. First, bank account should be debited with, bank account is debited with 6,30,000. Up debenture application first entry like credited with 6,30,000. Here debenture application and allotment should be debited with 6,30,000. And also we have a amount of 70,000 for loss on issue, because debentures are issued at a discount of how much percentage? 10%. 10% is the debenture issue discount we have. Okay, that is 70,000. This 70,000 should be calculated on face value. How many debentures we have totally? 700 debenture. 700 into 100, 700 into 1000 will give you 7 lakh. On this 7 lakh, there is a 10%. 7 lakh la 10% is 70,000. Already this 70,000 is debited. Also remember, here debentures are redeemed at a premium. Here debentures are redeemed at a dash premium. Whenever debentures are redeemed at premium, loss on issue account should be debited, and to premium on redemption of debenture. Loss on issue of debentures account should be debited to premium on redemption of debenture. Loss on issue of debentures account debit to premium on redemption of debenture. How much is the loss? Total we have 7 lakh. 7 lakh it is 10%, because it is redeemed at a premium of 10%. 7 lakh 10% comes to 70,000. So total here already we have 170. Now we have 170. Up total it is comes to how much amount? Means 1,40,000. So total 6,30,000 debit plus 1,40,000 will give you 7,70,000. Your debit portion is 7,70,000. Credit portion is also 7,70,000. I will tell again. First entry, bank to debenture application and allotment. How much is the bank to debenture application? Total we have 700 number of debenture. What is the issue price? It is 900. 1000 rupees is the face value. Discount is 10%. 1000 into 10% comes to 100. 1000 minus 100 will give you 900. So 700 number of debenture. 900 is the rate. 700 into 900 will give you rupees 6,30,000. Debenture allotment should be transferred to debentures. So 6,30,000 debenture allotment. Also 70,000 there is a discount. The discount should be debited with 70,000. The discount should be debited with 70. The discount is also called as loss on issue of debenture. So loss on issue of debenture primarily debited with how much amount? 70,000. In addition to this 70, one more loss we have. When we redeem the debenture, we are redeeming this debenture at what percentage? It is 10%. So 7 lakh 10% comes to 70,000. Up discount la or 10%, redemption la or 10%. Up total loss comes to 20%. 7 lakh 20%, it comes to 1,40,000. That is the total loss. Also, we have a securities premium to the extent of only 1 lakh. Loss is 1 lakh 40. And a securities premium is there only for how much amount means 1 lakh. Upon this amount of securities premium to be adjusted against what na this loss, for that one journal entry to be made. What is the entry for that? Securities premium account debit. Securities premium account debit. We have amount of 1 lakh 40 loss. And a securities premium is there only for 1 lakh. Upon full 1 lakh will be adjusted. Balance loss should be debited to statement of P&L. So statement of P&L account should be debited. P&L account should be debited. P&L account should be debited with how much amount? The difference of 40,000 and 2 loss on issue of debenture. 2 loss on issue of debenture. Because of issuing the debenture, we have totally 2 loss. At the time of issue, we have a loss of 10%. That is, debentures are issued at a discount. Another loss is when we redeem the debenture, when we repay the debenture, we are incurring, we are having a loss of another 10%. So total loss comes to 20%. So total loss on issue of debenture should be credited with 1 lakh and 40,000. So debit 1 lakh 40, credit 1 lakh 40. So loss on issue of debenture account tallied. Debenture application and allotment first entry like credited. In next entry, debenture application and allotment get debited. Both entry got tallied. So bank levy received 6 lakh and 30,000. And bank levy received 6 lakh and 30,000, and our P&L account is debited with 40,000. Securities premium is adjusted with 1 lakh. A total loss of 1 lakh 40 is adjusted. So total 6 journal entry, 6 mark irukku. So first scenario we had 3 journal entry. Also in second scenario we had some 3 journal entry. So total 6 journal entries over. This type of question very frequently asked in exam. Today also we'll do some similar question. Any doubts in this? Can we proceed further? Any particular entry, if you are having doubt, please ask me. Okay, I am proceeding to the next question. Similar question. You are going to try past necessary journal entries relating to issue of debenture. Also write off for the entry. Now 400 debenture. Number of debenture is 400. And 11 percentage rate of interest, it is 1000 each. It is issued at a discount of 10 percentage. Debentures are issued at a discount of 10 percentage, and it is redeemable at par. These debentures are redeemed at what na par. Okay, and also we have balance in securities premium to the extent of 50,000. 10 percentage debentures of rupees 1000 each, 10 percentage discount and redeemable at a premium. Last question order same thing, numbers alone changed. Still you try first, then we will discuss the answer. I will give you 3 minutes time. Once you completed this, start a message podunga, then I will proceed further. 3 minutes time. Same as last question, just numbers alone changed. So entry completed. So we'll discuss the answer. So first scenario A is bank account debit to debenture application and allotment. Okay, how many debenture? It is 400 debenture at 900 because 1000 rupees face value, 10% discount, so 900 is the amount. So 400 into 900 will give you 3,60,000. First entry. Second entry. In first entry, debenture application and allotment is credited. Up next entry, debenture application and allotment will be debited. So entry debenture application account debit and debenture application and allotment account debit to how much percentage debenture? 11 percentage debenture. How much amount? Also we have a discount. The discount should be adjusted in the second entry. Discount on issue of debentures account should be debited. Discount on issue of debentures account should be debited. So here the debenture application and allotment is 3,60,000 and two discount account should be debited to 11 percentage debenture. Always remember debenture should be credited with face value. 400 number of debenture, debenture amount is 1000. 400 into 1000 will give you 4 lakh. Discount is how much amount? 40,000. And now the discount should be written off. What is the entry for writing off discount? Discount is 40. The securities premium is 50. Whichever is less, 40 is less. Up entry. It is securities premium should be debited with 40,000 and 2 discount on issue of debentures. Discount on issue of debentures should be credited with 40,000. That's all pa. First one over. First adjustment over. Now come to second one. What is the second adjustment? It is 500 debenture, 10 percentage debentures of rupees 1000 each. It is issued at a discount of 10 percentage, redeemed at a premium of 10 percentage. So issueலையும் loss இருக்கு, redemptionலையும் loss இருக்கு. Total first entry. It is, what is the first entry? Bank account debit to debenture application and allotment. First entry no change. Bank account debit to debenture application and allotment. How many number of debenture? 500 debenture. 500 into how much price? 1000 is the issue price. 1000 is the face value. Discount is 10 percentage. It is how many number of debenture? Totally 500 debenture. 500 debenture into 900. 500 into 900. 500 into 900 will give you 4,50,000. Next entry. What is the next entry? Debenture application and allotment account should be debited. Debenture application and allotment account. Debenture application and allotment account should be debited. Okay, also we have issue discount, discount on issue. Instead of debiting discount on issue, we can debit loss on issue of debenture. Actually, debenture application and allotment is 4 lakh and 50. I told you debenture should be credited with face value. It is how much percentage debenture? What is the rate of interest? 10 percentage is the rate of interest. To 10 percentage debenture, it is how much amount? 5 lakh. It is 500 number of debenture into issue face value it is 1000. 500 into 1000 will give you 5 lakh. In this 5 lakh you calculate 15 percentage, you will be getting 50,000. Now entry tally da. Debenture application and allotment account debit. Loss on issue of debentures account debit. 2 percentage debenture 5 lakh. Entry tally. Now when we repay this debenture, we have a loss. Today itself we need to create the liability. What is the entry for creating that? Loss on issue of debenture account should be debited with 50,000. Up a total of 50 plus 50 comes to 1 lakh. To premium on redemption of debenture. To premium on what? A redemption of debenture. It is how much amount? 50,000. How it is 50,000? 5 lakh is the amount. Adala 10 percentage. 5 lakh into 10 percentage 50,000. So total credit order total it is 5 lakh and 50. Debit order total also 5 lakh and 50. The entry is tallied. That's all. Any doubt pa in this question? Can we proceed further to the next question? Okay, next question. Same type of question. Next one. Past journal entry for issue of debenture. 209 percentage debenture. Debenture order face value 1000. But in this question, we will be learning one new thing. Question number 157. Please try. Even though it looked like same question, we have one minor difference. For that minor difference, I want you to try this question number 157. Please try now. Those who are watching through YouTube, and I ask you to try pause the video and do the full question and then cross check your answer. Once completed, tell me, I will proceed further. So same to last question now. First entry I will write bank account debit to debenture application and allotment. Second entry debenture application and allotment account debit. Discount on issue of debentures account debit to 9% debenture. First entry. Let's complete first transaction. 200 into 200 is the number of debenture. Totally 1000 rupees is the face value. Discount is 10%. 1000 into 10% 100. So 1000 minus 100 it is 900. 200 into 900 will give you 1,80,000. 200 into 900 it is 1,80,000. Now second entry it is debenture application and allotment 1,80,000 and two number of debenture. It is totally we have how many number of debenture? 200 debenture. 200 into what? 1000. 200 into 1000 will give you 2 lakh. So always debenture should be credited with face value. In this 2 lakh 10 percentage comes to 20,000. So discount entry over. Now listen friends, we have a discount of 20,000. Discount amount is 20, but securities premium is there only for 15. But still there is a loss. What is the loss? 5,000. That 5,000 should be debited to P&L. So what is the journal entry will be passing? Securities premium account debit only for 15,000. We have securities premium only 15, and P&L account should be debited with 5,000 and balance amount discount. So total discount on issue of debentures account should be credited with how much amount? Means 20,000. Have you understood this particular thing? In case if your securities premium is there for 40,000, then full amount of 40,000 will be adjusted. But here the securities premium is there only for 15. So to the extent of 15 it is adjusted. Balance amount we will transfer to what account? Means P&L account. Next question same na already discussed. Anyway, answer alone I will tell. First entry bank account debit to debenture application and allotment account. To debenture application and allotment account. How many number of debenture? 300. 300 into discount. What is the discount amount? 5%. So it is 950. 300 is the number of debenture into 950. 300 into 950 will give you 2,85,000. And also next entry, what is the next journal entry? Debenture application and allotment account debit debenture application and allotment account debit, debenture application and allotment account debit. Also one more debit we have, loss on issue of debentures account should be debited. Debenture application and allotment account should be debited with 2,85,000. 2. How much percentage debenture? What is the rate of interest of the debenture? Debenture oda rate of interest is 11%. So 11% debenture. Debenture should be credited with face value. Total how many number of debenture we have? 300 debenture. 300 debenture into 1000 rupees is the face value. 300 into 1000 will give you, it is 3 lakhs. 3 lakhs is the total number. In that 5% comes to 15,000. So 15,000 should be debited. Also there is a premium on redemption. So that amount also to be debited. What is the amount of premium on redemption? To redemption of to premium on redemption of debenture. How much amount? That is how much percentage? 10%. So 3 lakh la 10%. 3 lakh la 10% comes to how much amount? 30,000. It means already we have a loss of 15,000. Now we have a loss of 30,000. Up a total of 15 plus 30, we have how much amount of loss? Means 45,000 is the total loss. So check the debit side total. 2,85,000 plus 40,000 will give you 2,85,000 plus 45 will give you 3,30,000. Credit order total also 3,30,000. Debit credit account is tallied. Now right of entry total loss on issue of debenture should be we have 45,000, but securities premium we have 35,000. So securities premium should be debited. Securities premium should be debited for only 35,000. We have securities premium of only 35,000, and P&L account should be debited with 10,000, and 2 loss on debentures account should be debited with 45,000. That's all. So all the same type of 3 questions we completed. This type of question, definitely one question will be asked asked in the examination. Next, one more type of question. Only relating to issue, we don't have right of entry. So already discussed தான். So கொஞ்சம் ஃபாஸ்டாகவே progress பண்ணிடுவோம். Past journal entry relating to issue of debenture. Issued 20,000 debentures of rupees 8% debenture, 100 each at a premium of 10%, redeemable at a premium of 10%. Issued at a premium, also redeemed at a premium. Debentures are issued at a premium, also redeemed at a premium. Second scenario, debentures are issued at a discount and it is redeemed at a premium of 10%. It is redeemed at a premium of what? 10%. Third scenario, it is issued at par and it is redeemed at premium. It is issued at par and redeemed at premium. It means all the 3 scenario redemption take place at premium. In all the 3 scenario, redemption take place at premium. Okay, so total 6 entries you are going to write. First scenario. Scenario 1. What is the scenario? 20,000 debentures of 8%. It is 100 each. Premium. It is issued at premium. First entry. When it is issued at premium, face value it is 100. Premium means it should be added. What is the premium percentage? 10%. 100 la 10%, 10. So 100 plus 10 will give you 110. So first entry. What is the first entry? Bank account debit. Bank account debit to debenture application and allotment. Bank account debit to debenture application and allotment. First entry, bank account debit to debenture application and allotment. How many number of debenture? 20,000 number of debenture. At what rate? 110, because it is issued at a premium. Redemption at premium mattum illa, issued at also at premium. Appa tell me, 20,000 number of debentures into 110 will give you how much amount? 22 lakh. 20,000 number of debenture into 110 will give you how much amount? 22 lakh. So first receipt of application over. Next, application money should be transferred to allotment. Debentures application and allotment should be transferred to debentures. What is the entry? Debentures application and allotment account debit. Debenture application and allotment account debit to 8% debenture. Debenture application and allotment account debit to 8% debenture. At the time of issue we have premium. Upper to premium to securities premium. to securities premium. This is amount extra collected. So first write percentage debenture. How many number of debenture? 20,000 number of debenture. What is the face value? 100. 20,000 into 100 will give you 20 lakh. Always write the amount for percentage debenture. Once you write the amount for percentage debenture, then you can write debenture application and allotment. Already we have written debenture application and allotment. It is how much amount? 22 lakh. Appa extra we are collecting 10 percentage, and the 10 percentage should be credited to securities premium. Now we have to pass one entry for loss on issue of debenture. So which account should be debited? Loss on issue of debentures account should be debited. Loss on issue of debentures account should be debited for a premium of 5 percentage. This amount should be calculated on face value. 20 lakhs into 5 percentage. 20 lakhs into 5 percentage will give you 1 lakh. 20 lakh into 5 percentage will give you 1 lakh. Upper 1 lakh should be debited. The same amount should be credited with premium on redemption of debenture. Premium on redemption of debenture should be credited with 1 lakh. First issued at a premium. For that we need to pass separate entry. Second, debentures are redeemed at a premium. For that we need to pass separate entry. Two entries I am merging together, and we have this net. We have two entry. That's all. So this is a scenario where debentures are issued at a premium, redeemed at a premium. Also second scenario. What is the second scenario? Issued 8,000 debenture of 8 percentage. It is issued at discount, redeemed at premium. Issued at discount and redeemed at premium. Appa, you try this second scenario. Try this second scenario. நீங்களே try பண்ணுங்க. Second scenario. Second scenario, you should tell me how much is the amount should be debited towards loss on issue of debenture. For loss on issue of debentures, how much amount should be debited? That you should tell. You should tell me the amount of loss on issue of debenture. Because at the time of issue also there is a loss, and redemption also there is a loss. Completed. Amount சொல்லுங்க எவ்வளோ லாஸ்ன்னு சொல்லி amount சொல்லணும். Once completed, tell me the amount of loss on issue of debentures amount. In exam, don't use short form, write it fully. Also, in exam, you should write narration for every transaction. Since it is a revision session, we are not writing narration, but ensure in exam you are writing the narration. Okay, we'll discuss the answer now. 8,000 debentures are issued at a discount of 10 percentage. So, how to calculate this? First entry, bank account debit. Second scenario, bank account debit to debenture application and allotment. How many number of debenture? 8,000 is the number of debenture into what is the discount? 10 percentage. Appa it is 100 la 10 percentage. 10 rupees. 90. 8,000 is the number of debenture. 90 is the issue price. So 7 lakh and 20,000. So first entry, bank account debit to debenture application, it is 7 application and allotment, it is 7 lakh and 20. Now debenture application and allotment should be transferred to debentures 7 lakh and 20. We have also discount. So discount on issue of debenture, that is loss on issue of debenture, loss on issue of debentures. We have 2. How much percentage of interest? 8 percentage interest. Sorry, 8 8 percentage debenture. 8 percentage debentures. Debenture should be credited with face value 8,000. 8,000 into 100 will give you 8 lakh. Now discount 8 lakh la 10 percentage 80,000. So up a discount amount over. Not only this amount, one more entry will come. Loss on issue of debentures account debit. 2. Premium on redemption of debenture. Premium on what? Redemption of debenture. How much is premium on redemption of debenture? 10 percentage. 8 lakh la 10 percentage 80,000. Already we have a loss at the time of issue of debenture. Now we have a loss of another 10 percentage. Our total loss comes to 1 lakh and 60,000. This is what I ask you to find out total loss. What is the total loss? So first scenario over, second scenario over, third scenario. 3,008 percentage debentures of rupees 100 each at a par. Debentures are issued at a par, but it is redeemed at a premium. Very good. Easy on a scenario. So first entry, this is for B. Next C. First entry, bank account debit to debenture application and allotment. Bank account debit to debenture application and allotment. How many number of debentures we have? 3,000 number of debenture. 3,000 number of debenture into what is the rate? 100. It is issued at par. Up 3,000 into 100. 3,000 into 100 will give you 3 lakhs. So first entry is 3 lakh. Second entry, debentures application and allotment account debit. Debenture application and allotment account debit to 8 percentage debenture 3 lakh to 8 percentage debenture 3 lakh. That's all. Now we have redemption at premium. When redemption take place at premium, we have a loss. For loss, we need to pass one entry. What is the entry? Loss on issue of debenture. Loss should be debited. How much is the loss? Loss is 30,000 is the loss, 10 percentage. 2. Premium on redemption of debenture. That is also how much amount? 30,000. That's all. Debit is 30, credit is 30. Debit, credit 30. Finally, it is tally. Have you understood this question? Now proceeding further. Now proceeding further. Next question, same type, same, exactly same, no change. So try this as homework. Next question also exactly same, no change. Try this two questions as homework. இது ஒரு கொஸ்டின் தானே சால்வ் பண்ணியிருக்கோம், ரெண்டு சால்வ் பண்ணிட்டோமா, ஒன்று தான் சால்வ் பண்ணியிருக்கோம். அப்போ யூ டூ கொஸ்டின் நம்பர் 159 நவ். கொஸ்டின் நம்பர் 159 இப்போ சால்வ் பண்ணுங்க. 160 மட்டும் ஹோம்ஒர்க்காக போடும். கொஸ்டின் நம்பர் 159 யூ ட்ரை நவ். Same entries are going to come, same entries, numbers changed, அவ்வளவுதான். கம்ப்ளீட் பண்ணிட்டீங்கன்னா சேட்டில் ஒரு மெசேஜ் போட்டுருங்க. So since the entries and all same, amount alone I need to change. So I am using the same previous question or answer அப்படியே யூஸ் பண்ணிக்கிறேன். So amount மட்டும் தான் மாறும். So first one, debentures are issued at what? Debentures are issued at a discount of 10%. It is redeemed at par. Debentures are issued at a 10%. That's all. Debentures are issued at a discount. So what is the first entry? Bank account debit to debenture application. What is the amount? 50,000 debenture into what is the rate? It is 90. 50,000 into 90. Tell me the amount. 50,000 into 90 will give you 45 lakh. Second entry, debenture application and allotment account debit. Debenture application and allotment account debit. We have loss on issue of debenture. Discount on issue of debenture. Discount on issue of debenture. So debenture application and allotment should be debited with 45 lakh, and discount it is how much amount? 5 lakh, and debenture should be credited with what is the percentage debenture? It is 9% debenture. Debenture should be credited with 5 lakh. That's all pa. Idan first one oda answer. First one over. Second one, debentures are issued at a premium and redeemed at a premium. Issue is also at premium, redemption is also at premium. First entry, what is the first entry? Bank account debit. Second scenario, I will write here itself. First entry, what is the first entry? Bank account debit to debenture application and allotment. Bank account debit to debenture application and allotment. 6,000 is the number of debenture into what is the rate? 100 rupees is the face value. 10% premium. Up 6,000 into 6,000 into 105. Tell me 6,000 into 105 will give you 6 lakh and 30,000. We collected extra. 6 lakh will be the face value, but we collected 6 lakh and 30,000. This should be transferred to securities premium. What is the entry? Debenture application and allotment account debit. Debenture application and allotment account debit 6 lakh and 30,000 to debenture. How much percentage debenture? To 9% debenture for 6 lakh. and two securities premium it is 30,000. Also we have a loss at the time of redemption. What is the entry for loss of redemption? Premium on redemption, it is loss account should be debited, loss on issue of debentures account should be debited. And two, premium on redemption of debenture, to premium on redemption of debenture. How much is the loss? That is also that is 10 percentage. So 6 lakh 10 percentage comes to 60,000. Debit is 60, credit is 60. That's all. Entry tally. Third scenario, very very simple. It is debentures are issued at a par. Debentures are issued at par. It means there is no loss at the time of issue. So entry, bank account debit to debenture application and allotment. Bank account debit to debenture application and allotment. 4,000 is the number of debenture into what is the rate? 100 is the rate. About 4,000 into 100 will give you 4,000 into 100 will give you 4 lakh. And debenture application and allotment account debit. Debenture application and allotment account debit, that is also 4 lakh. 2. How much percentage debenture? To 10 percentage debenture. Issued entry over. Now redemption we have a premium. Whenever there is a redemption at premium, loss should be debited. Up entry, loss on issue of debentures account debit. Loss on issue of debentures account debit. 2. Premium on redemption of debenture. To premium on redemption of debenture. 4 lakh into 5 percentage comes to 20,000. 20,000. That's all. So with this, we completed 6 mark question in what na debentures part. So this question number 160, same type of question number 159 and 158. This you try as homework. Now we will proceed into the next scenario. Issue of debentures for consideration other than cash. Normally debentures are issued for cash. We issue debenture, we will receive cash. Loan is received against debenture. Now sometimes this debentures will be issued for purchase of asset. Sometimes debenture will be issued for purchase of business. When asset is purchased, entry we already learned for shares. What is the entry for asset purchase? Asset account debit to vendor. Second entry, vendor account debit to percentage debenture. That's all. When debentures are issued at a discount, entry vendor account debit to percentage debenture. Vendor account debit to percentage debenture. Discount account should be debited. When debentures are issued at premium, entry vendor account debit to percentage debenture and to securities premium. That's all. இவ்வளவுதான் entry. Suppose asset purchased, liability purchased. As business as a whole, it is purchased. Appo what we will do? Very very simple. Appo what entry we will pass? Asset account should be debited. Liability account should be credited. And when you purchase a business, you need to pay some consideration. That consideration should be credited. If there is any difference, if debit side is short, that is goodwill. If credit side is short, that is capital reserve. So to understand this, we will take up one question. Take question number 161. Question number 161. Read question number 161. A Limited acquired. The term acquired meaning purchased. The word acquired meaning purchase. A Limited acquired a building 15 lakh and 50,000. Machinery worth 11 lakh 40,000. Furniture worth 1 lakh and 10,000 from Dhruv Limited, and took over the liabilities to the extent of 2 lakh. Asset is taken, liability is also taken, and the purchase consideration is 25 lakh. Now, A Limited paid the consideration by 12 percentage debentures of rupees 100. 100 is face value, 12 percentage is the rate of interest. These debentures are issued at a premium of 25 percentage. Pass necessary journal entry in the books of our A Limited for the above transaction. That's all. They are asking us to pass journal entry. That's it. Go through this question once. We'll start passing the entries. Asset purchased, liability purchased. Sorry. Write the answer along with me. So heading in the books of A Limited. in the books of A Limited. Building is purchase. So entry building account debit 15 lakh 50,000. First asset over. Second asset machinery is purchase. So machinery account debit 11 lakh 40,000. And furniture is purchase 1 lakh 10,000. Furniture is purchase debit 1 lakh 10,000. Took over liability. Liability will have credit balance to liability. Took over liability. How much less the liability? 2 lakh. And also we have a purchase consideration. We need to pay the amount to A Limited will pay the amount to Duru Limited. Duru Limited against we need to create a liability. How much liability we have? 25 lakh. Now total the asset and total the liability. Tell me what is the asset total? Tell me what is the asset total? 15 lakh and 50,000 plus 11 lakh and 40,000 plus 1 lakh and 10,000. 28 lakh. But liability side order total 27 lakh. There is a difference of how much? There is a difference of 1 lakh. That 1 lakh should be transferred to capital reserve. If credit side total is less, that is called as capital reserve. Capital reserve is 1 lakh. Next, you need to pass issue entry. Before that, you need to find out number of debentures to be issued. Number of debentures to be issued is equal to consideration divided by issue price. Number of debentures to be issued is equal to consideration divided by issue price. Already I told you what is issue price. Here the consideration is 25 lakh. This 25 lakhs will be settled by issuing debentures. Debentures at a premium of 20%. It is 100 plus 25, which is 125. Number of debentures to be issued we will be getting. We will be getting what is the number of debentures to be issued. 25 lakh divided by 125 will give you 20,000 number of debenture. Now we need to pass the payment entry. What is the payment entry? What is the payment entry? We need to make payment to Duru Limited. So Duru Limited account should be debited with 25 lakh. Here debentures are issued at a premium. 2% debenture. What is the percentage debenture we have here? What is the debentures rate? It is issued at 12%. It is Duru Limited account debit to 12% debenture to 12% debentures to securities premium. We already found a number of debenture. We found that 20,000 debentures are issued. Debentures are issued credited with a face value 100. So 20,000 into 100 will give you 20 lakh. 20,000 into 100 will give you 20 lakh. Also we have a securities premium. 20,000 into, say, what is the amount of securities premium? 25. 20,000 into 25 will give you 5 lakh. 5 lakh is the amount to be transferred to securities premium. So total are just two entry. First entry asset account debit to liability to the vendor. Yarkit purchase pannamo that person. If any difference between this first in the first entry, if debit side is short, that is goodwill. If credit side is short, that is capital reserve. Then find the number of debentures to be issued. What is the formula for number of debentures to be issued? Consideration divided by issue price. Consideration 25 lakh. We need to issue 100 rupees debenture at a premium of 25. If it is a discount of 25, 100 minus 25. Here it is at a premium of 25. So 100 plus 25, it is 125. 25 lakh divided by 125, we found that number of debentures to be issued is 20,000. So final payment entry, Duru account debit to 12% debenture to securities premium, it is 5 lakh. That's all. Next question. Question number 162. Question number 162. Read question number 162. Prime Limited took over asset 6 lakh. Asset is taken over 6 lakh. Liability is taken over for 1 lakh of Rabi Limited for a consideration of 3 lakh 60. 3 lakh 60 is the consideration. Prime Limited issued 10% rate of interest debenture of rupees 100 each, it is issued at a discount of 10%. Pass necessary journal entries in the books of Prime Limited. That's all. In last question, we learned how to pass journal entry in case of premium. Now we will be learning how to pass journal entry in case of discount. So go through this question. Same like last question, we are going to solve. So what will be the first entry? First, you should write in the books of Prime Limited. First entry. What is the first entry? Took over asset. Up entry. Asset account debit. Asset account debit for 6 lakh. To liability. Asset to liability. To liability for how much? 1 lakh. Asset is 6 lakh. Liability is 1 lakh. To purchase consideration 3 lakh 60. We Prime Limited has to pay this amount to R Limited, Rabi Limited. Okay, how much amount to be paid? 3 lakh and 60. In this question, if you see, debit side total is 6 lakh, credit side total is 4 lakh and 60. Debit minus credit, 6 lakh minus 4 lakh and 60 will give you 1 lakh 40. Transfer this to capital reserve. It is a capital profit, so it should be transferred to capital reserve 1 lakh and 40,000. Next, debenture, first asset entry over. In last question, what we did, find the number of debentures to be issued. What is the number of debentures to be issued? Total consideration. Consideration is 3 lakh 60 divided by issue price. What is the issue price? It is issued at a discount of 10%. 100 rupees is the face value. Discount is 10%. It is issued at 90. So it is how many number of debenture? 3 lakh and 60,000 divided by 90 will give you 4,000 is the number of debentures to be issued. Now we need to pass the payment entry. What is the payment entry? Rabi Limited account debit. Rabi Limited account debit. It is issued at a discount. Our discount account should be debited. Discount on issue of debentures account should be debited. 2 percentage debenture. What is the percentage debenture we have? It is 10%. What is the percentage debenture? 10 percentage debenture. So it is 10 percentage debentures. Now we found a number of debentures, correct? So 4,000 is the number of debenture. Discount is 10. 4,000 into 10 will give you 40,000. Also, Rabi Limited should be debited with 3 lakh and 60,000 because we need to pay 3 lakh and 60. And debenture should be always credited with face value. What is the face value of the debenture? It is 100. 4 lakh into 100 will give you 40. 40,000. 4,000 into 4,000 into 100 will give you what now? 4 lakh. So what is the payment entry? Rabi Limited account debit, discount account debit, 2% debenture. If debentures are issued at a premium, then entry will be Rabi Limited account debit to percentage debentures to securities premium. But here the debentures are issued at a discount. So entry Rabi Limited account debit, discount account debit, 2% debenture. That's all. Easily you can get this 3 mark. Next question. Next question. A Limited purchased a machinery from S Limited for 36 lakh. 36 lakh is the consideration. A Limited paid half of the amount. A Limited paid half of the amount to S Limited through bank draft. DD மூலமா how much amount is paid na? Half the amount is paid and the balance is paid by issuing 8% debentures of rupees 100 each at a discount of 10%. Balance the amount is paid by issuing 8% debenture. 8% represents interest. Face value 100. It is issued at a discount of 10%. Past journal entry in the books of A Limited. So first entry. What is the first entry? In the books of A Limited. First entry, asset is purchased from S. Upper entry, asset account debit. What is the asset name? It is plant and machinery. It is machinery account debit. Machinery account debit. 2. S Limited. We purchase from S Limited. We need to pay 36 lakh. Second entry. We paid half the amount through bank draft. So S Limited account debit 36 lakh, and we paid the half the amount through bank draft. Bank draft meaning we paid by bank. So S Limited account debit to bank. How much amount is paid? 36 lakh la half is paid. 36 lakh la half comes to 18 lakhs is paid. We have also balance. 36 la 18 is paid. Balance it is 18. That balance 18 is paid by debenture. So find number of debentures to be issued. Number of debentures to be issued is equal to, it is 18 lakh is the balance consideration divided by issue price 100 rupees minus 10 percentage discount 10 rupees, it is 90. It is 18 lakh divided by 90. 18 lakh divided by 90 will give you how many number of debenture? 20,000 number of debenture. For which one more entry to be made. What is the entry? S Limited account debit. We need to pay 36. 36 la we already paid 18. So remaining is 18. 2. Percentage debenture. How much is the percentage? Also we have discount. So discount account should be debited. Discount on issue of debentures account should be debited. How many debentures are issued totally? 20,000 debentures are issued. Debentures are issued at a discount of 10 percentage, 10 rupees. 20,000 into 10 will give you 2 lakh. 20,000 into 10 will give you 2 lakh. 20,000 into 10 will give you 2 lakh. Then also we need to find out, to debenture it is 18 lakh, to bank it is 18 lakh, to debenture. How to find out debenture? Total are 20,000 debenture into what is the face value? Into what is the face value? Face value it is 100. 20,000 into 100 will give you 20 lakh. Upper bank it is 36 and to debenture it is sorry, bank it is 18 and to debenture it is 20. Upper total it is credited with 38. Here also it is debited with 38. Debit credit entry tallied. That's all. Try next question. On 1st October, N Limited issued 8,000 debentures at a 10 percentage. இது ஆல்ரெடி நம்ம சால்வ் பண்ண கொஸ்டின் தான். யூ கேன் ட்ரை அஸ் ஹோம்ஒர்க். கொஸ்டின் நம்பர் 167. நெக்ஸ்ட் கொஸ்டின் நம்பர் 165. Question number 165. M Limited purchased a plant and machinery from I Limited for 4 lakh and 50, and 50,000 is paid by check, and balance is paid by issuing debentures of rupees 100 each at a discount of 20%. Pass necessary journal entries for the above. Please try. Question number 165. So with this question, we have at most completed company accounts and this partnership. Told you already, partnership weightage around 24 marks, 36 marks, and company weightage is around 24. So 36 and 24, around 60 marks we covered so far. And also next class we will be starting with cash flow statement. First we will have an introduction for this, then we will start solving the question. How we done for partnership and company, in same way we will do for cash flow also. The descriptive part of cash flow will take some time. Then only one topic, ratio analysis, that can be done comfortably. Once you completed, tell me. Yes, debentures part is very issue compared to company accounts. So give first priority in company accounts, first priority give for debenture. We have only some limited number of questions in debentures part. Try the question again and again. See the videos. If you are not understanding, see the video one more time. Pause பண்ணி solve பண்ணுங்க. You will get the full clarity. So we'll discuss the answer now. M Limited purchased a plant and machinery. So in the books of M Limited, first entry plant and machinery account debit. Plant and machinery account debit for 4,50,000, and we paid to check, paid by check. How much is paid by check? Even first you can pass due entry. M Limited account debit to I Limited for 4,50,000. Next you can pass payment entry. What is the payment entry? I Limited account debit 4,50,000, and we paid by bank. How much is paid by bank? How much is paid by bank? Check is given for bank, draft is given for 50,000, and also we have some debentures. So debenture 6% debenture should be credited. Debentures are issued at a discount, so discount also should be debited. Find number of debentures. So the remaining consideration is 4 lakh. 4 lakh divided by number of debentures. Tell me how many number of debentures we have. Debentures order face value it is 100. It is issued at a discount of 20%. So for 100 into 20%, 20. 100 minus 20 will give you 80. So 4 lakh divided by 80 will give you the number of debentures to be issued. 4 lakh divided by 80 will give you 5,000 is the number of debentures to be issued. So 5,000 number of debentures into discount of 20%, 20. 5,000 into 20 will give you 1 lakh. And debenture should be credited with face value. 5,000 into 100. 5,000 into 100 will give you 5 lakh. Our credit side total is 5 lakh and 50. Debit side total also 5 lakh and 50. So debit credit entries are tally. So with this we have completed issue of debentures part. Okay, with this company accounts also comes to an end. So in next class we will be starting with cash flow statement. Okay, so next class papampa. Bye bye. Next class papa.